Hi, how you doing? This is Benji. I'm Drew. In the series, we'll be covering a lot of deep topics, and giving the public a lot of answers to questions that need answers.
Yeah.
And then that's what we're going for. Okay, so we're going to start off and introduce one of us to the audience.
Why not both of us?
Why not one of us?
Because there are two of us.
So tell me then, I want to know about your childhood.
My childhood. I'm glad you asked. Childhood is how I got here. You have to spend time as a child if you want to excel past childhood.
Tends to be.
Life started out for me quite difficult. As you know, I grew up in a swamp.
Oh yeah, in the swamp.
You do know about this already. I briefly mentioned it. Do you know about the Tahiti swamps?
No. What's that?
Well, the swamps in Tahiti, basically, there's a lot of cabbage farms around that general area. I know it sounds funny, but no.
That's
honestly,
funny. I've never heard of that.
Honestly, no. It's the Tahiti general climate is really good for cabbage. So they grow a lot of them in the swamps because cabbages smell quite bad when they're grown. So they grow them in the swamp because no one goes near there anyway. So you might as well, if you're gonna have a bad smell, why not put all the bad
That
smells?
does make sense.
Anyway, so unfortunately that was where my house was. Not great. But
in the swamp or in the cabbage patch?
well, I guess both. The cabbage patch was in the swamp, and my house was on a cabbage patch.
I see.
Getting to the cabbages underneath quite difficult. You had to sort of take off the floor of our house.
See, one would think you just plant cabbages around the house.
You'd think that, but Tahiti culture, it's customary to put houses on things that you actually need to get to. I ate mostly cabbage, which I don't know if you know, but this meant I had very green skin when I was younger. Actually, they call names such as Shrek, the Grinch. I got a lot of names called me.
But I thought Shrek didn't come out till,
Well,
middle 2000s?
This is where Shrek got its name.
I see. I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's. I laugh now because it's actually easier than dealing with the emotional baggage.
It's easier to laugh than cry.
It's
right?
easier to laugh than cry, as some would say.
I'd say it.
Good. They saw me in the swamp. They're like, "Oh, it looks like a little Shrek." We should make a guy called Shrek.
Did one of them say, "What's the
Who
Shrek"?
lives in a swamp. No, they just.
It was just sort of second nature.
It was a unanimous thought. Shrek.
I see. Yeah.
So I was actually Shrek, the original Shrek. I grew up into my skin had gone from green into a slightly. It was still greenish, but sort of paler. I looked more human than I did before. This was mainly because I'd stopped eating carrot and more eating bananas.
I see.
Cabbage. This meant I could blend in much more easily. In school, so I went up to high school, but I actually moved from Cabbage Patch Tahiti to Sandwich in Kent. So cabbage is a sort of like a motif.
Has a place in your heart,
Yeah, I can associate with cabbage.
Sorry.
So basically my dad hit me a lot, and that was basically what my childhood was like.
Anything to do with cabbages or just eat?
The cabbages were more of a motif. It's more like...
was there a connection between the cabbages and your father?
I don't...
Other than just throwing cabbages at you?
And also, it was quite stressful trying to get cabbages from underneath our house. So, because every time you had to move the house, now it's quite difficult. You've heard of moving house?
Yes.
That's where the term came from.
From moving...
Physically picking up a house and moving it, and it was to get the cabbages from underneath.
Oh, right.
Which is why you get the term moving... it's why you get the term moving house. Okay, it's why you get the term moving house cabbage.
I haven't heard that term.
Well, it's quite common.
It's quite common on the real estate market.
Indeed. You'll just be walking around school, some chavvy year 12, or year 7, anyone, and they'll just be like, "Oh, moving house cabbage." And you're like, "Oh, you don't know if you weren't there." Anyway, so Dad, due to this, he became quite a heavy drinker. smoked quite heavily. Smoking all sorts of cabbage. Well, I guess mainly just the ones of cabbage. And yeah, so the smoking led to more aggression, more drinking, more gambling. He gambled away the right to use the word cabbage, and we had to say flannel instead of cabbage.
So you were living on a flannel farm?
We were. We were. Dad did at one point win the word cabbage back, but only for the word flannel. So instead, we ended up having to use the word cabbage for the word flannel.
So you'd be like washing your face with a cabbage?
We would. Either way, it led to a lot of confusion in my past. You know, I wasn't quite sure. Also, using a cabbage as a flannel also added to the green skin condition I had. That's basically my childhood and the origin of the word moving house cabbage.
Right.
That's
Good. I think we all learned something today.
great.
See you next time.
Us.